Welcome to part 2 of this podcast where I speak to Devansh, who is the fitness trainer here in Mumbai. He has studied exercise science in the US and also trained counter-terrorism units and the police force here in India. This podcast is a very informative podcast about fitness, and I do request that you watch till the end because we speak about carbohydrates, we speak about its effect on weight loss, we speak about the keto diet, and we also speak about steroids. Hope you enjoyed, and do hit the like and subscribe button just to support this channel.
Sleep is very essential. I used to be one of the people who didn't sleep enough. I don't know how somebody noticed and called for help. He was hospitalized. His liver almost failed.
Wow.
Yeah, and who suggested the steroids? His gym trainer, who had no knowledge about medicine or anything.
Right. And when it comes to losing weight, or someone hits the gym for the first time, the first thing they think is, if I want to lose weight, I need to cut back on carbs, right? Are carbs the real evil while putting on weight?
No.
Definitely not.
They're not.
No? Why would you say that?
Because carbs are the primary source of energy that the body uses. So if you don't eat enough carbs, then it affects your workout, your daily life routine, everything.
And does it even affect the way your organs function?
Maybe, because the body has a tendency to adapt to the nutrition you eat.
Okay.
But in some cases it can affect the organs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's more clinical.
Could you give us an example of good carbs and bad carbs and what effect they have on your body? And what would you recommend your clients to have?
Yeah.
If they are in a weight loss journey, what carbs would you recommend them to have?
Predominantly complex carbs, which don't come from processed carbs like plain sugar, white bread, and stuff like that, because those are high glycemic index foods. I'd rather prefer them eat more low glycemic index foods. Like say sweet potato or say whole grain bread or even nachni roti.
Right.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Right. Because I always found that Indian food actually is very nutritious.
It is.
And a lot of Indians especially, and I was there as well, we try to have a more Mediterranean diet to try and lose weight and hit our fitness goals.
Yeah.
But even like dal and rice has its place in fitness because there's so much fiber, there's so many vitamins in just basic dal and a vegetable or something.
Correct.
Right. And when you say simple carbs, simple carbohydrates, what effect does that have, say French fries or something? When you have French fries as a carb source, what effect does that have on your weight loss journey or in your fitness journey?
So these foods are okay to eat once in a while. It's not that they're evil, but then they come without fiber content, very less fiber content. So that's why it's not fulfilling, and then people tend to eat even more.
Overeat it.
Compared to complex carbs, which have a certain
steamed potato or something.
Sweet potato, something like sweet potato.
Sweet potato, steamed potato.
Steamed potato as well, with the covering of it.
Yes, with the skin.
With the skin.
Right.
Yeah. And of course, then protein-rich foods. When you consume, you feel less hungry overall because it's more fulfilling. Yeah. So and if you consume too many plain carbs without combining protein with it, it causes an insulin spike. Okay. And that's also supposed to be not the best for the body.
Okay. So it's a combination of protein and fats and carbohydrates.
So overall, the body needs everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Not one particular nutrient is the villain or anything like that.
So you wouldn't recommend keto?
No. I mean, if a person wants to go through, I know a few people who go through it, and surprisingly, there's one person who runs half marathons also being on keto.
Okay.
He has lost a lot of fat, and but it's a little tough to maintain. I've also known people who've gone on ketogenic diets being vegetarians.
Right.
And they ended up eating a lot of paneer.
Okay.
And now their cholesterol levels are high.
Very high.
And they're not going down anymore.
Okay. They're not even going down.
No. So they're trying their best. Either they're not exercising enough or they don't have motivation to take action. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so that's why it's not sustainable, I feel.
So you would say that if you are in a weight loss journey or a fitness journey, do something that's sustainable for your own lifestyle first.
Yeah.
Right.
Observe your own self, what time you wake up and what do you do.
Yeah.
When do you eat?
What's a good waking time? Because I know some of your clients wake up very late. I know them personally. So
a lot of clients wake up late.
What would be an ideal wake up time?
Honestly, there's nothing.
It doesn't help if you wake up early for your...
So to clear your mind and you see the sun rising, it's a different feeling.
Right.
But then some people just function better late.
Late. Yeah. So you just leave it as it is.
Yeah.
Right. One thing that's not spoken enough in fitness is the importance of sleep. To your both mental and physical health.
Yeah.
How does sleep fit into a fitness journey?
Yeah, sleep is very essential. I used to be one of the people who didn't sleep enough.
Right.
Even while studying exercise science, I thought that I could sleep less and function more. I was like, why am I wasting time sleeping when I can wake up and do other things? But eventually it caught up.
Right.
And sleep is as important as breathing.
Yes.
Yeah, and 7 to 9 hours of sleep typically.
Yeah.
But maintenance of your hormones, like regulation of your hormones, it will dictate your hunger, how well you lose fat,
even muscle building,
how well you build muscle,
right,
how well you recover from your previous workout so you can push better the next day,
right,
all of it. Even your brain, like a lot of studies are connected to like brain diseases over age. Like, you know, like as you age, your sleep naturally goes down.
Yeah.
So if you're already sleeping less when you're young, as you age, then you get like 2-3 hours of sleep,
right,
which is pathetic for the brain.
Quite bad.
Yeah.
We'll move on to the next part of the interview, which is steroids and steroid use, because recently I've seen that even everyday people use steroids to speed the process up, because it takes a good 4-5 years to put on good quality muscle, right? Whatever you do, but people want it in a year or 6 months or 8 months and use steroids, and it's very prevalent. What I've heard in the film industry. How safe are steroids, and do everyday people really need steroids? Do they need it to hit their fitness goals?
Yeah, it's very common in film industries because they have to fit in a role as soon as possible, because then they lose fan following.
Right.
But that's another thing. I've seen so many regular gym goers use steroids just because they want to get into shape faster.
Is it really risky?
Very risky. I've trained a client who was hospitalized.
Really?
Yeah, he was hospitalized and he collapsed in his room, and I don't know how somebody noticed and called for help. He was hospitalized. His liver almost failed.
Wow.
Yeah, and who suggested the steroids? His gym trainer, who had no knowledge about medicine or anything.
Right.
And the doctor called him up and said that, what have you done? He had no answer. So, and this was like a very good gym in Mumbai, by the way, not like a cheap gym or anything. So many disadvantages of using steroids. I mean, we can talk on and on about it, but overall it spoils your health.
Right.
Surprisingly, women are using it.
Really?
Yeah, in India, I know a few women also use it.
Would that affect fertility as well?
100%, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and the effects of steroids in women are irreversible.
Really?
Yeah.
And in men they can be
reversed to some extent, to quite a lot of extent.
Okay.
There is some damage that is caused for sure, but in women it's irreversible.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're still
obviously
using it.
try and avoid that as much as possible.
I'm completely against it.
Right.
Yeah.
You would never recommend a client to have steroids?
Not even one. No.
At any given point?
No.
Right.
No. I've had clients who asked me, should I take a cycle or anything? It's like, no.
Definitely not. Yeah. Because even I don't think, again, coming back to what I feel is fitness is not visiting a doctor. To me, that's what fitness really is about.
Yeah.
And if that makes you hospitalized, I'd never ever take
and
it.
suddenly you've seen so many bodybuilders in their 35 to 45 age dying.
Right. Yeah.
Sudden cardiac attacks.
Yeah.
So it is all because of this abusing steroids. Testosterone is there, then there's growth hormone that people take. Organs enlarge in size, that's why the tummies are bigger. So it's just too much.
Right. And how is it so safely done in the film industry though?
They undergo a doctor's guidance.
Okay.
Like an endocrinologist or something who has an idea of hormones. Yeah.
So they constantly test themselves?
Yeah, you have to get tested when you're on a steroid cycle.
That be on a weekly basis?
And there's a PCT, which is I think post-cycle therapy or something like that. Which after you finish the cycle of the steroid, you have to go through it to flush out the toxins from your body. Okay. Many people don't even do that.
Okay, they don't...
Yeah, they just don't know how to do it. They just take steroids and just stay like that. Yeah.